Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today, hey, it's Saturday. Let's do a Saturday Stockman Stampede. Hey, give a shout out to old Terry there. Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. We're primarily going to be looking at this knife right here. It is an SC503 Schrade, but I thought what I'd do is kind of compare it to a Cutmaster. Both of these are behemoth 4-inch. Stockman. So, yeah, we're going to look at both of them and see which one rises to the top. If you'd like to see more of that, check out the channel. Hey, welcome back to the fortified castle. Hi to all my viewers. It is storming outside, and I had to make some emergency accommodations out there and got a little wet. But I discovered my crazy neighbors out playing in the rain. It must be nice to be young. So we're going to be talking about this Schrade, and once I go over the knife, I'm going to compare it a little to the Cutmaster. That should be a little fun. But before I do that, I got to eat some crow, and so I did a review on this Swiza utility knife. Nice little knife here. I liked it. It was not the most precisely made. In my video, I pointed that out. I said that I would like this knife if it wasn't for the fact that it's a locking blade, and it was very difficult to access the liner lock here. And you can see this was the best way I found to getting it open. And that was my major criticism of this knife. And so gotta eat a little crow, because one of my viewers pointed out to me that when you open this knife up, the way to unlock this liner lock right here is press on this little emblem right here, and you can see it move over and closes. So easy as pie to close that. And so I got to take that all back and admit that, yeah, I was the idiot. So you just push it down, and close the blade. So yeah, so I like this now. Again, the only major criticism is, there's a lot of gapping here. It's not very precisely made, but it's a nice little utility knife. I like it. And now that I know how to operate it, thank you so much for pointing out that. Yeah, I like it, and I'd recommend it. It's only $22. So, yeah. Thanks again, guys. Whoa. All right, so that's done. I fixed that little mistake I made, and let's get into this. So you've got this is a large Stockman. It is advertised as 4 inches, but it's a little less than 4 inches as I measure it. SC505. You see the Schrade USA there. And this knife was made in 1988. You know that because if you ever look at these, somewhere in the scrimshaw is marked the date. And you can see 88 is the date on this knife right here. A couple little skunks tooling around. That's kind of neat. Kind of dirty. I have not cleaned this up. You've got a little flourish here. That's all it is. Kind of a little mark made into the dowel rim where you could put your initials. So there's no shield as such, but you have this beautiful scrimshaw. Nickel silver bolsters, pins, brass liners on this knife, and nice little knife. So let's look at this long pull right there. You got a little bit of swedging going on right here. Little tab drops down a little bit there. It's not bothering me, doesn't cut me. May have done that when it was new though. It's not quite smooth across there. Maybe a 30/7 of an inch. This is a stainless steel. Is it? No, this is carbon steel. I thought it was stainless steel. It doesn't have the plus on there. That designates a stainless steel in Schrades. Nice little sheep's foot. Good size. These things are just workers. These 4-inch Stockmans. You can see better there how it drops down a little bit. No stepping in the back. No gapping in the liners whatsoever. In 1988 was a good year for Schrade. And then you have your spade blade right there. Stop! My cats are fighting. Barnabas. And same thing, it's a little better right here. It rounds over, and so you don't have that step in right there on this spade blade. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah, I haven't cleaned this up. You can see the stamp marks here, so they didn't mirror polish that. Let's look at what it looks like. So you can see these blades are shaved, and they're also kinked to give you good clearance on these blades. Let's see that. It's hard to see on this side because there's a little shadow there caused from the light, but they're not touching. Good job, Schrade. Overall, pretty nice knife. Let's look at the rounds real quick. Nicely done on the ends there. Check this one out. Nicely done on the ends. Okay. Pretty nice. These were pretty nice little knives, actually. A lot of people have these. A lot of people like them. But the question is, how does it compare to a competitor? We have a Kutmaster 4-inch knife here. We'll look at the back here. Looks pretty good. One thing I noticed right off is there's a double liner here. You see that right there? It's a double liner. And they do that to make it easier to move these blades over. But you can see how this blade is just kinked a lot more than the Schrade blade. So get both sides. So if you look at that, you see that this is kinked quite a bit more to get over there. Also has a, I never noticed that before. It looks like this is actually bent. I'm not sure whether that's bent or just favors the left side there. I don't know. Let me check that out real quick. It is. It's a little bent. I'll have to straighten that out. Okay. So the action on this is much lighter than the Schrade. And nice little snap there. But the transitions are really nice here. They roll over. Good job. Long pull. No I'll think of it in a minute. What the heck am I trying to say? Swedging. Very minimal swedging right there, but none on the main blade. Nice little snap. We'll do that again. Nice little snap on that. Again, you got really good transition there. I'd say that's better than the Schrade. Got one more blade here. Nice. And again, good transition. There is a gap, but the back spring is rolled over to meet it. That's legal. Alright, so this is lighter than the Schrade by quite a bit. And if you look at the Schrade, I don't know whether you could pick up on this, but the stock on the Schrade is thicker than the stock on this Kutmaster. That should be better. Should aid durability and strength. Let's look at the rounds. You can see some scuffing on these rounds here, right there. Looks to me that was probably done by the manufacturer. And just overall, you have some separation on the bolsters. Looks okay there. And yeah, some funkiness. You can see how it looks like an angle there. It shouldn't look like that. It should be square across there. And this is higher than all of these right here. So the rounds aren't done real well on this. Overall, I think the Schrade is much better built all the way around. Action, although not great on this Schrade, is better than the action on this Kutmaster. And the Kutmaster just seems cheaper. You can feel it, as you manipulate the knife. It doesn't feel as substantial or as well put together as a Schrade. So yeah, I think the Schrade wins this one. Alright, thanks for dropping by and checking the video out. Really appreciate y'all.